Okay. Alright, so today we're gonna do some farms. First we have to get to a stoke. And then we can start delivering. What is it? Fucking hell. Connectivity. Stój, kurwa! Okay, so let me tell you what happened to me. Today's Friday. On Monday, I've been delivering for Amazon in an area of, I think it's called Pankridge, kind of a village or something, like a small shit. So I've been delivering, and my mistake was I didn't turn off the engine. I left the keys in a car, and it has been stolen from me. Like I was fucking surprised, like hell. Well, now I'm laughing, but the situation was so funny, fucking hell. In the first moment, I heard something like, car is starting, and it's going fast, and a bit of a chaos. And in that moment, I didn't know it was like mine, but I came to a road when I parked the van. It was like 3-4 meters from a house where I was delivering. So I came there, and I didn't see my van. I was like, what the fuck? Where did I park it? Why it's not here? Then it all connected in my head, and I realized, like, fucking, it has been stolen. So the first thing was full of goods. It was full of parcels. I had like 150 stops. I delivered only for 45 stops, so it was like 2/3 was undelivered. So it's basically full van. And I called my boss. I said, "Hey, my van's been stolen," and he was like, "Fucking hell." Okay, so in a moment I realized it is rented van, and he called me back, and I told him like it was the rented van because I had two in that time. I had a rented van and this one is mine. And rented van's got a tracking, and he's got a system where you can stop it, where you can turn it off from a distance online, basically. So I called them, and they stopped it somewhere. There was already police at the place, some witnesses, and they were really, really helpful. Those witnesses, they even had a plate number and everything. I was like, fucking hell, these people are absolutely great, and I was really thankful for them. Well, so they stopped the car. They told me the destination, but it has been already reported by locals that there is a van, so we already knew where it is. And I was in a police car. They took me there, and the problem was we came there. Luckily, nothing happened to a van. Oh no, something happened, man. From the outside, there was no damage, so I was like happy, because in my head I already seen it in a fucking tree, or somewhere destroyed or something, because these people, you never know what they do. But the van was okay, and I told like the police guy who was there, like, hey, it seems okay. And he was like, no, the inside, the ceiling panels being ripped off, because they probably tried to find the tracking or the system which turns off the engine or something, I don't know. Or they maybe thought there's a camera or something, and so they destroyed it. I was like, yeah, okay, fuck, I had a van. It was locked. The problem was it was locked. So I told my boss, because they are in connection with the company I rent the van from. They had to bring me new keys. It took like 2.5 hours to bring the keys. I thought in that moment that the van is like empty and there's nothing in it. They already took it or something. Well, when I opened the van, well, there was barely anything missing from the parcels. I even had in a cabin, I had my wallet and everything. It was there, so I was like really happy. I was really happy in that moment. So what I've been reported by my boss is like there is around 40 parcels missing out of I don't know, out of probably 150, 160 I had in the car in that moment. And he said they're not gonna report this to Amazon because it's not a big problem for them. I was like, okay. So I had to return the next day the van to a rental company. So, and I always had to call a guy who's been like turning off and on the systems on a car. So when I took it from Bankridge home, I had to call him, like, you have to unlock it. He unlocked it. So I've been able to get home. So inside there was only the ceiling panel, and the cabin was ripped off, was thrown away because I didn't find it in the car. And then there was a kind of a warning light because of airbag. So I don't know what they did, but the light was still on. So I took it next day in the morning. I called the guy who unlocked the car to unlock it. Took it to a rental company. They took it back, and they fucking sent me. Later on, they sent me like 2 days after. They sent me invoice for 2,500. I was like, fucking hell. But yeah, it was my mistake. It was my bad. The thing is with this invoice, they have in an agreement, there is something like insurance excess. If something basically happened to a car, you have to pay a excess of 2,500 because of an insurance policy or something. And I had problem with this, and I have problem with this because I think the damage on the car was barely up to 1,000. So what I think is like they didn't report it to an insurance company because nobody wants to pay a high insurance cost. So I asked them for a proof to send me that they reported to an insurance company. And the way how they reply is like, you should not care about this, you should pay 2,500. So this is what I don't like, and I don't agree with this, because if they do not report it, and I think I have a right to know if they do not report it or did not report it, then I should not pay excess of 2,500. And I'm absolutely willing to pay a damage, which is, I believe, like up to 1,500. So I'm trying to find some solicitor online, to help me with this. And the first thing I would like to ask him is if it is worth it. If I will, for example, pay solicitor who costs like 300 an hour, my return would be and I think the cost I would have to pay would be 1,000 for 1,500 for damage, but for example 1,200 for solicitor is basically not worth it, right? But I think I have right to know if they report it or not, because if not, and the sentence in the agreement is so loose. There's nothing mentioned about the car being stolen or something, or if they have to report it, if they do not report it, and a kind of a system how this will be proved or something. There's basically anything. There's one sentence I can't remember now, but it is so loose that I believe I should pay for a damage on a car. It hasn't been recovered. I've been delivering this vehicle, so no recovery cost or anything. It's going pretty fast now. Jeez, I didn't realize there's a 50 here. So this is it. Now I'm in my van, and there's a problem in this van. The thing is, service didn't find a reason why, but the car and it didn't happen to them. Well, basically, this car makes sound. It makes whistling sound. Well, you will hear it probably tuning out, right? And they didn't find what caused it. This is also reason why I want to record this, because it is not happening all the time. It is happening sometimes. And today's Friday. I will have to work on Saturday, Sunday, on a Monday and Tuesday. For Monday, I'm booked for fucking hell. I'm booked for servicing, and I guess we'll be able to find a reason on a Monday and a Tuesday. They would be able to service it or something, or at least look at it. So we'll see. We'll see. We're closing to Amazon Depot. Is called DST1. I will have to log into my system. It's called Flex, where I will see all my stops or all my packages. What I will be taking will be probably 2 kgs of goods. What I will be delivering, and I asked my boss to have not too many stops. Well, the thing is, when you don't want too many stops, you will be driving across the farms, which is sometimes it is so fucking dangerous because of the roads they have there, and there is no basically civilization. There is no signal. There is nothing. Not always, but mostly it is really dangerous to go on these streets are tiny. Well, you will see that. So, or I would be delivering. The thing is, now I have to turn off engine always, which is definitely not good for these cars, especially this one. The first thing what might happen is like I will destroy the ERG pump again, valve, or I will block the DPF or TPF filter. All these Vivaro cars are. I mean, I've been driving for a long time ago for a few years. I've been satisfied. Nothing really happened with that car. Only thing, like the turbo was unplugged once, but during, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, never had any problems. And since I bought this car, this Vivaro, Vauxhall Vivaro, I have problems all the time. And that was a funny situation as well. So I bought it, and after a few days of what I've been delivering, it shows error, you know. What was it? Check the anti-pollution system or something, which I later on find out that it is really common on this car. So I was trying to find a service as soon as possible, because you need to be delivering, you know. You have to earn the money to pay your bills and everything. Although I have another company with my ex, with Beats and everything. But the thing is, it doesn't earn much now, and it has to pay like 2 families, because we basically separated with my ex. And so I need money. I must be earning money on a basically regular basis. I have to pay things. I have to pay a car. I have to pay a house and everything, just basically to survive. And the thing is, I brought it. I found the service. I found a service who was able to take the car straight away. And luckily, it hasn't been too far from my place. Oh, it hasn't been too far from my place. I have to just give me a second. I need to find out what number am I now in the queue? 306. On 306, it means 6 Charlie. Okay, so it hasn't been too far from my place, so I brought it there. I told them the problem, and they gave me price straight away. You know, they said, like, he even showed me on a paper. He wrote it down. Or no, it was another day, because first day I brought it, they did some diagnose or something. And next day I came there, and he was like, so the price of a repair will be like 2,000. And I was like, fucking hell, this is unbelievable. I even didn't earn so much with this car yet, and you want me to pay 2,000? Ridiculous. So I told them, like, okay, well, do your thing, repair it, and I'll be happy. We'll take a break now. I will continue later, alright? I have to tell them what I am. Alright. 6 Charlie. Yeah? Can you wait? Yeah, absolutely, no problem. Yeah, can I have a water? One's fine. Thank you. Just don't forget about me, alright?
No. It's park here.
Yeah. Falls Road North, Leicester Forest, no. Alright, I'm pretty early, so I have to wait. she's gonna give me a shout. I can write down some of these fucking papers. Where is that? Sorry, we missed you. I will write down. I always prepared before, just a few. Okay, I need to find a date. What's the day? I don't know. It's first. Oh, fucking hell. It's first already. So, okay, so I've not been earning. I had money. I, I, I had 2,000, so it wasn't such a problem. Problem was how long does it take to repair it, and if they repair it. I told them this problem. I told them two problems. I have three problems. I have. I told the first problem was definitely this light what came out with check the anti-pollution system. The second problem was it sounds like train when sometimes it just whistle. It whistles. It's pretty loud, and I believe it is coming from the engine. And the third problem was the gearbox. I was unable, not unable, but to change the gears is pretty hard with this car, and yeah, I wasn't satisfied with it. So I told them this. They said, yeah, okay. Well, they said something like, gearbox. We'll check those two. The gearbox is like, it's because of some fucking, I don't know, what did they say? Some strings or some fucking bullshit. I was okay. Just repair it. And, well, basically in a few days, they called me. And, they told me to come and collect the car. They told me there's something missing. They wanted to change the intake manifold or something, and they didn't find it or it wasn't available. They told me it is on a back order, which means it's not on a stock with the supplier and it has been ordered or something. So I said to car, I said, okay. So they told me like, we've been driving it for a few miles and it's okay now. It is okay now. The error is not showing, and I already promised the boss I will be delivering that day or another day. So I sit in the car, I start the engine, I just press the pedal to go, and the error with the check the anti-pollution system was there. It's like, guys, the error is there. I mean, so what you did if the error is still there? He told me like, hey, it hasn't been there. Just we've been driving it for a few miles. It was okay, and they told me it is because of intake manifold, and that it is on the back orders. And I asked him if I can drive with this, if I will be stuck somewhere, if I will be stranded somewhere. He told me, no, this car won't let you strand anywhere. So I sit to a car and needed to drive. I mean, I needed to be delivering. So I've been driving with this, and after a few days, I made a call to a company who serviced this car, and I asked them like, so how long does it take? Or no. First thing is like, I paid like 1,800 for what they did. I paid 1,800 for what they did, and I asked them, so how much more is it gonna cost me to have it repaired properly? I mean, with the if you say the intake manifold's faulty and you will change it, how much does it cost? They said like another 700. I was like, fucking hell, you are fucking bastards, you know. So I gave them like 1,800. Car hasn't been repaired. They told me it will cost another 700. So I was so pissed. I was thinking at that time I will take some solicitor because, or lawyer, how do you call it? Because I came there with the problem and I went up. I lost 1,800, and I went from there with the same problem. So I just wasted money. I just wasted money for, they did nothing. Like, in my eyes, they did nothing. So I was pissed, and I booked the service with Vauxhall in Crewe. I came there after a few days because it is ridiculous. It's like when you go to doctor, there's some, you have to do a booking, and it usually takes few days till they take you. So I came there, I gave them the car, and they called me and told me like, this is just because the ERG valve has been unplugged. It has been properly plugged. Oh, I don't know. I paid like £60, not much. I took it. In that moment I was really happy, but later on, day after I was delivering, and the fucking message appear again, like, check the anti-pollution system. I was like, oh my fucking god. So I took it there again. They told me like, if there will be any problems, just come straight away. So I didn't need an appointment, I didn't need a booking. So I came there. And I told them there's a problem still with this car. They check it again the next day, and they told me it's not appearing again. We did the force DPF cleaning or something, so they cleaned the filter, but we needed to change the oil with this as well, and I don't know what they did, and now it costs like 200. I was like, oh my god. But since it is okay, I'm happy. Well, another day I've been driving, and not this time. It shows something different. It shows to check the injection system. I was like, fucking hell. So I, I've been driving that day with this warning light on, and it showed me. Because these lights are always orange, and now it showed me like faulty engine, stop immediately or something. And I've been driving just out of a Stafford that day, so I stopped somewhere at the, I don't know if it was Lidl or Asda. So I stopped there, and I called the RAC, which I pay for recovery if I would have any problems. It costs like £20 a month. I have it for a van and a car as well, because you never know what might happen, like this time, and you don't know if you can drive or no, because the system is telling you to stop to check the engine. I didn't know if I will fucking explode, or will start burning, it will start fire or something. Yeah, so I waited for RAC from 8 till, I don't know, it was like 1 at night. And he came and he was like, yeah, The readings are okay. You can go. Jesus Christ! So I took it, and of course I wanted to go next day to a service. So I took it home because it was night and the service got locked gates and everything. Otherwise, I would stop it there. I took it home, and in the morning I took it to a service, and the service they give it a check, and they said like they did a proper diagnose again. It's like third or fourth diagnose has been done with this car, and they told me like there's a faulty ERG valve. The ERG valve what I paid the first time 1,800. It's faulty. Is not. I don't know how to because not like original. So like, oh my, how much does it cost? Or how much will it cost? It told me like 600. Well, so that was the last repair for 600. And I was driving, and I thought they solved the problem with the noise, with the whistling sound, which is really loud when you drive, when you do deliveries. So it didn't show the error on the dashboard with the injection system or with the anti-pollution system, but it sounds like train when you go. It's like whistling really loud. Not always. It is appearing sometimes. So I asked them like how to solve it, and left them a car for one day, to check it, to drive it with the driver, with their driver. They told me we did like 40 miles on it, and we didn't find a problem. There was no sound. So I didn't know how to do it, and because I've been delivering later on with this one, and the sound was there all the time. Or not all the time, but always. So I told them like I will bring it on a Monday. I will present you the sound, because you must be as you do deliveries, you always stop, turn off the engine, then you turn it on again, and then the sound appears. So I will show them on a Monday. But today is Friday, and I have to drive Saturday and Sunday as well. So we'll see. Okay, now we'll take some break till they will call us. Siema! Tak, 6 Charlie.
Dostałeś kiedyś jakiś mandat w Anglii za punkty albo coś? Jakieś kółka robiłeś? Mandat.
Teraz ci kurwa powiem, że nie, a jutro dostanie, nie?
Ja dostałem, bo się pytam, jak to wygląda.
Nie wiem. No tak, to jest zaparkowanie tylko, wiesz.
Dostałem 3
Nie.
punkty za
Aha.
na prędkość.
Nie, to nie.
Dostałem 3 punkty i 100 funtów, ale jakąś szkółkę im proponują.
No, bo masz, nie wiem, tu jest 12 punktów, czy ile? U nas jest 12, nie? To znaczy, jak to nie wiem, czy jak pójdziesz na ten kurs, czy co to jest, to ci może nie dają dole. Bo to jest tak, wiesz, na przykład tu jak kurwa pracujesz, to musisz mieć. Teraz nie wiem, czy je masz, czy je jakby wiesz, że ci je zabierają, czy je dają. No to znaczy, ale że musisz mieć 6 punktów, wiesz, max, na przykład.
Ja wiem.
Ale jak kurwa, jak jest to dla ciebie, ale za rok jest to 3 dawać dole. Aha. 3 lata. U nas było kurwa za rok, że ci dają jakieś punkty dole.
Pójdę. 5 or 6, mate. 5. That's 96. Yeah, no good. Right there. Come on. 6 echo. No Charlie.
Masz tu busy dzisiaj.
Dostałem 36, jechałem 36 mil.
W 30.
No 30.
Kurwa. Ale tak by to nie jest dużo.
1 mila. Bo jest 10%.
Aha, 35.
10% jest
Wiem, rozumiem.
tolerancji, nie
rozumiem.
tolerancji, nie?
I
33
no.
i możesz sobie dodać 2
Aha.
mile.
No bo to jest tak, jak jedziesz po mieście, na przykład tam są te radary, czy co
No.
to jest, a pokazuje ci to prędkość, to zawsze jest o 2 mniej ci pokazuje.
No i 2 sobie dajesz, czyli 35,
Mhm.
a ja miałem 36, czyli mile więcej.
No i widzisz, kurwa.
Kurwa!
No stanie się.
Kurwa,
to się...
19 lat.
Wiesz ile za życie miałem ja punktów, kurwa? Ja pamiętam raz jak byłem młody, to myślałem, że już nie mogę w ogóle jeździć, ale jeszcze miałem czy jakieś 2 punkty, czy co.
Ja miałem wypadek w Polsce.
Aha.
Na czołówkę, nie? Ale tutaj to nigdy nie dostałem mandatu. Nigdy. Z pierwszym nie mam. Ale chuj to.
I must charge this phone.